So I was gonna do a continuation of the review of Doubt because some things came up when I was thinking about it. One of the things, of course, is I posted that couldn't remember the uh, the nun's name that Sister Aloysius had under her wing, and I was way off, by the way. I was like Sister Alice, I think I said first, and then I said Agnes, and there's actually a play called Agnes of God. I guess I was thinking of that, which is about a nun, but it was Sister James. And when I heard the name, I was like, yeah, that's it, Sister James, which is kind of weird too that she has like kind of a man name. Um, but the reason I wanted to talk more about the film because of that clarification, and also I forgot to mention I wanted to talk about a little bit about the nominations of the film. It received quite a bit, all well deserved. Best Actress, of course, Meryl Streep, who didn't win, and Best Actor Philip Seymour Hoffman as Father Flynn, and he didn't win. And Best Supporting Actress was Sister James, Amy Adams, and she didn't win. But the other Best Supporting Actress that year was Viola Davis. Now, if you don't know Viola Davis, she's a black actress and African American. I'm sorry, and she's one of my mother's favorite actresses, and I think she's a brilliant actress, like one of the best we have. And I'll say that about a lot of actresses, but she is really like amazing. And the proof of this with Doubt is that she was nominated for Best Supporting Actress, and she was on screen for I think about 6 to 7 minutes of an hour and a half to maybe 2 hour movie. And that's how brilliant she was. And who she played was she played Donald Miller's mother. And if you watched the previous review, I talked about how Sister Aloysius was accusing Father Flynn of molesting, particularly Donald Miller, who was a black boy. So Sister Aloysius calls up the mother of Donald Miller, who's played by Viola Davis, to tell her suspicions about what's going on. And the scene is brilliant. I mean, it is so well written. The acting from both of them, Meryl Streep and Viola Davis, is phenomenal. But particularly Viola Davis in that scene, because what she does is she shocks us. Because when Sister Aloysius makes the accusations, she's expecting the mother of Donald Miller to kind of like be as concerned as she is. And although she's concerned, she sort of has like a passive sort of response to this, speculation. And she says some lines that are like really throw Sister Aloysius off. And I won't talk about them, I guess, because I probably won't remember the lines. But I know one of them was that she was talking about the molestation of uh, her son, and she actually said, "Well, maybe some of those boys want to be caught." And there's just like this long pause in the movie because we're like, "What kind of mother says that? If some of these boys want to get caught?" And then she proceeds to talk about how we're talking about the boy's nature. And this is yet again another brilliant aspect of why this play and this film is so great. Is that when she's talking about the nature of her son, I asked once again, I watched this film with my mother, and I asked my mom what was she talking about, and my mom was pretty unanimous that she was talking about her knowing that her son was gay, and I think that's what she is talking about, and she talks about how her husband will kill that child over something like this. So she's being passive in a way of not like it's like I know she loves her son and I know she wants to protect him, but she not only wants to protect him from Father Flynn if this is going on and she has her doubts, but against her husband who when he found out about the drinking of the altar wine, which we still don't know if that was something that the boy got a hold of the wine and drank it, or Father Flynn gave him the wine to drink. That's one of the accusations that Sister Aloysius is trying to get to the bottom of. And but she said he beat my son. My father beat my son over that altar wine thing. And of course, Sister Aloysius said, "Well, he shouldn't have done that." And she said, "Well, you don't tell my husband what to do." So we get the sense that she's married to a man who's very controlling, and what really hurt him. And when she talks about the nature of the boy, she is actually thankful, believe it or not, even given the accusations, whether she believes them or not. Thanks, I think she's thankful that a white man has shown interest in a black boy, her son. So she's almost like, I guess, doing maybe a comparison thing. Well, I got this husband at home and he's black. I assume he's black. He may not be black, but anyway, he's aggressive and he's angry and he beats the kid. And here's Father Flint showing him this love. And see, this brings up something so important to me, because once again, I don't hold back when I share my honestly about my own molestation. But I remember distinctly the priest grooming me, and I remember him telling me how special I was in God's eyes and how beautiful I was, and really making me feel like I was just his. You know what I mean? Like he was trying to make it like God, I'm God's, but he was really grooming me so I would be his. And I remember him telling me really funny, cute jokes, real benign jokes that turned very perversive in time. And I remember actually weeping about that because I wanted the jokes that he used to tell that were so cute and funny, and I didn't understand the perverse jokes, but he knew what he was doing. And it stands to reason too that to this day, when I watch funny movies and stuff, I don't typically laugh much, and I wonder if that has something to do with it. It's really, you will very rarely find me laughing at a movie. I mean, very rarely. Uh, I remember seeing Napoleon Dynamite. I had a good laugh with that, and maybe some of the other slapsticks. But I've never been a very comedic, funny person, and I wonder if it has something to do with that grooming that turned from. I mean, these people, these molesters, whether they're priests or not, they know what they're doing. They know exactly who to look for. They look for the kid who's off by himself, like I was, who looks like he wouldn't tell. So anyway, going back to the film though, so Viola Davis, here's this white man showing interest in her son, showing him love, showing him care. And that's where it gets so confusing, not only for the victim of molestation, but for the parents who have entrusted their child to someone with that much authority. And I just wanted to really bring out that part about her character that Viola Davis plays, because that's a very, very key scene in the film, and it sheds so much light on. It sheds so much light on the story propulsion that I think it really sends Sister Aloysius to a new level of accusatory um, uh, behavior, because I think she expected the mother to side with her, as we would think any mother would, and she didn't. And I think that really, it was kind of like I said, I think that propelled Sister Aloysius to take it to the next level. And maybe this, she got a little bit, well, not a little bit, I think she, like I said, she was playing God. But once again, we don't know what happened. We don't know if he did or not. She makes the claim that she called up the previous parish to only find out that he's been moved in, I think, 3 times in 5 years. She's like, why? And he said, call the pastor, find out. And she said, I'm not calling any pastor. So you can go after another child and another until you are stopped. I'm telling you, that's a film that just, man, it just, you watch it and you're just stunned at every corner. And then, like I said, it's over and you're just like, you just want to talk to somebody. You just want to call somebody up and say, like, I talked to you about this film. I got to tell you what happened, and I want to know what you thought. And I mean, I love that. That's the beauty, once again, of like artistry, that whether it's a painting or a play or a film, to be able to be given art in whatever shape it takes and feel the need to want to talk about it with others, and that's what an artist who's doing real heartfelt work should have, that kind of reaction from their audience. There should be this need to want the audience or the reader or the viewer of the painting wanting to talk more about what they saw and what somebody else might have saw differently. I mean, that's and I really, once again, I don't like to blame American films, but we've got some pretty crappy American films that have come out most of the year. It's only at Oscar time that we get the real good stuff, like Call Me by Your Name, or even I, Tanya, which I reviewed, and some of the nominees I didn't even get to see. I didn't get to see Best Picture, The Shape of Water, but I heard it was quite spectacular. I know I saw his previous film, Pan's Labyrinth. I really didn't care for it, though a lot of people did. I don't like that fantasy stuff too much, but yeah, really about Oscar time, November, December is when the real good American films are coming out. But the rest of the year, I'm sorry, it's just entertainment crap. And but hey, some people go to the films to be entertained. Some people go to the theater to be entertained, and there's plenty of people producing that. So I produce whatever my heart wants to produce, and I do these reviews. You know, I've been noticing nobody's watching these reviews, and that's okay. You know, once again, I'm not in control of what I'm put out there on Facebook or anything, whether you watch it or not. You know, I'm not in it for you. I'm in it for me. I mean, I like to do the reviews. I find them healing for me. I always find something healing for me in the films I talk about, because there's a reason why I'm talking about the films I'm talking about, because the films have very healing subject matter for me. They may be tough to tackle, but I'm one of those people that, you know, I'm a deep sea diver of the psyche. I really am not. I'm afraid, but I'm not at this point in my life not going to go inside and look at my stuff. You know, I won't put on a facade. And I find that so ironic, because when it comes to fantasy and reality, I choose fantasy any day as opposed to like not living in this real world, because this real world is so, can be so heartless and cruel, and yet there's so much beauty in it too. It's just what you're looking at. It's what you're paying attention to. It's about the love I talked about in the previous video. But I did notice a lot of people weren't watching these, and like I said, I'll keep doing them. You know, it's keeping me sane. It's keeping me able to express myself. Uh, you know, and just to just talk about the things that I love to talk about. And I do like to review films that have spoken to me, or have challenged me, or have I had some reaction where I felt like I wanted to share what I experienced. So I'll continue doing them. But I think that's the end for Doubt. But boy, what a great film! It's really worth catching. And if we had, I don't think I've never seen it on stage. I've never seen it done. And see, I think even when I was living in Austin, and so I'm in Lafayette, Louisiana right now. So I don't even know if this. I think this place should be done here of all places. To be honest with you, just like my Play In team. I really want my Play In team stage, which is about pre-sexual abuse, because I want people to be healed from it. And I think there's some healing in it, even though it's very painful and it's very tough. It's a tough play. I don't write safe stuff. I'm not in for it for the safe stuff. When I played Yago, I could have gave a surface Yago performance, but I went all the way to the madness of that character, and I had a nervous breakdown. So I don't recommend that, but I do. There was no way I was going to give a surface Yago performance. I was going to find out, you know, who this man was and why he wanted what he wanted, and I was going to get what he wanted no matter what. And that's what you do as an actor. You have an objective, and your objective is to get that character to want something. My character Yago, I'm not my character. The character of Yago I played, he didn't go walking around saying I'm a villain. I mean, if I had played him as a villain, I would have played the surface Yago. But I played him as a man like, hey, I'm really pissed off that this Othello did not make me second in command, and I'm going to make sure that he pays for this. And I mean, you know, that revenge. I tapped into that revenge and that madness and that. And when you start with revenge, it's like, it can be like a snowball, and the next thing you know, you're going mad and you're going out of control. And I feel like I'm going mad while I'm talking about it, because I've been shaking that part probably out of my system, I think. And I just had a really weird revelation too, just doing that. See, once again, this is healing for me. Whether you watch, anybody watches this or not, this is not. It's not a requirement. Of course, it's not. I can't make anybody do anything, but it heals me. So thank you, Father God, for giving me the chance to do these videos and to have the time to do them. And I hope somebody does watch them. But if not, Love you. God bless you. Have a blessed evening. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Some woman checked in with green hair. I was just like on cloud nine because blue is my color. But green is also another one of my favorite colors. So anyway, have a blessed night and God be with you. Amen.